Rookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
It's rare that we name our podcast before we even start, but today's podcast is entitled, Is There a Brace for That?
My elbow. And yeah, it hurts. And it's been hurting for a while. Like even when you pick up a glass of water.
And you have no idea how you did it.
No. And it feels like it's not like something inside. It feels like I hit it on something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's.
Like external.
Yeah. But I don't remember doing that. So I don't think, I'm assuming I'm wrong then. So it's probably something that is inside. But it just hurts.
And
so.
And today's been the worst of all the days. At least that you've audibleized.
I've been the most vocal.
Yeah, it's been the worst.
So anyway, I don't know if there's a brace for that, but I'll look it up.
Well,
so we'll check that out.
There's a podcast with that title, though, for sure. We know that.
Yes,
there's a brace for that.
Online yesterday, I posted, if you get a chance to take a look at it, I thought it was pretty amazing. I follow on Facebook, it's a page called For the Love of Old Houses. And they post pictures of houses all around the world, actually, across the country for sure. But these are really cool old houses that have been restored for the most part. And I came across one yesterday. It was in Fort Calhoun.
Oh, wow.
And it's for sale, at least when they posted it. I don't know that it still is. It's gorgeous. And it's in an old, like, late 1800s, but completely modernized on the inside. It's on maybe a couple of 5 acres, something like that. Yeah, super, super nice. But anyway, threw that up there. I've driven around up in Fort Calhoun, and that's just fun to do.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah, their house is tucked away.
Yeah,
back,
really cool.
Long driveways, and I would love that. Lord knows you have to have a tractor because you have to scoop your driveway,
right,
to get out of some of those.
If you didn't, it would cost a lot to have someone come do it.
But always loved that area. But this house is on it looks like it's pretty much flat land, like it's usable acreage that can be farmed to some degree or keep livestock on, maybe some horses and stuff. But the house is amazing.
Yeah.
And so I threw that up there. And a lot of people, same reaction. Had no idea. It's like, where is this? It gives the address and everything.
I love that when you find something that you've never really seen or heard of. And
right here.
Yeah, where you should have probably, maybe not that specific house, but there are certain things you're like, what?
What? How did that happen?
There?
Yeah, it's really cool. But anyway, threw that up there. So I just realized, I was asking you beforehand what the date was. It's June 25th as we record this, coming into the July 4th weekend. Holiday's just about a week away. And fireworks.
Yeah, I've noticed that the tents are all over the place.
The tents are everywhere because in Omaha itself, they made some changes last fall.
Not upset about it.
This happened about the time we made some changes. As a matter of fact, the changes were made to the fireworks, I guess, legislation or ordinances or what do you want to call it.
So Mayor Stothert didn't renew their contract either?
So, kind of.
They're going a different direction with other fireworks. And those fireworks are duds. Right?
So they changed the window for purchasing and for discharging fireworks.
Thank God.
Yes, it passed unanimously, apparently. See, I wasn't paying attention to the news at that time.
Right.
And this completely was off my radar. Didn't even notice it. So when I saw this information floating around, you may not hear as many fireworks, at least for not as long. So Omaha City Council said that you have from July 2nd to July 4th to light off fireworks. Last year it was 10 days.
Yeah, and that seemed like it went on forever. So
right?
This makes me very happy.
So the window to buy starts officially on the 28th of June through July 4th. That's 7 days of buying it. But you can only discharge them July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
And you know that's not going to happen. If you let people buy them on the 28th or whatever that night, there's already some going off. I've heard some of them from last year.
It's hard to track them. It's just so hard to find them. It's like you need a spot. What is it called? A shot spotter?
Yeah.
That shot spotter just for fireworks.
That would be awesome. Oh, man. It makes me so mad. I'd love to be able to
ping,
something.
Triangulate.
I think
find the area where they are.
There are other things. We need to get a specific task force, like a privately funded task force, to chase these idiots down because the police have better things to do. But us people that have been drinking and sit in our yard and watching people on the 6th and 7th shoot fireworks, we should have a place to go besides the police that we can get these people in trouble.
We need a task force.
Yes.
Definitely need a task force of vigilantes. No, I'm kidding. kind of.
Well, kind of.
We need a task force. But then looking at some of the other towns around, some of the other neighboring cities, I was just noticing that like La Vista, it looks like they can purchase and discharge June 25th through July 4th.
Okay, so that's kind of not, I get it. The individual cities, you got Ralston, La Vista, you got all, but I think we should have some sort of uniformity in here because that's not, you have somebody living across the street. It sounds like it's the 4th of July anyway, all the time. And if we're trying to cut down on that here in Omaha, let's just all get together.
I wonder if that's way, but regardless, Omaha is supposed to be just July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Okay, that's awesome.
Noon to 11 p.m. on top of it. Right.
Right.
That'll happen. But at least it's a step in the right direction.
No, that's true. We can't complain. It's baby steps.
We're almost back to just sparklers and...
I'm good with that.
What were the little worms? Remember those little worms? The snakes that you just light them up and they just... we're almost back. Remember 15 years ago, we almost led the charge at that point because we were so disappointed with the city not allowing fireworks. And they still had the city display. The city display,
like Rosenblatt at the time had one, and the TD Ameritrade. I mean, all these companies had them, but
you couldn't have them personally.
Not in the city limits, you couldn't.
And at that point, apparently, we've decided to tell everybody to get off our lawn since then. But at that point, we were like right at the forefront of this is ridiculous.
Right. It's stupid.
That we can't have a firework or two. And so I think we even put together a couple of parodies.
Yeah.
About not being able to have fireworks.
Oh man, TBT back to those days.
And then they just like loosened the floodgates or just pushed them wide open, and it went crazy for a while. And it was like it sounded like a war. And now I'm done with it.
Yep,
I'm done.
Over.
I don't want no more.
I'm over it.
No mo. I'm good with that. Anyway, all right. So there's that. You remember back a few episodes, I think we talked about my house pants.
Yes. That was a lot. That was a while ago.
It was a while ago.
Your door pants.
You know what's funny is my door pants. What was funny, and I said house pants because it came up in a conversation. I'll explain that here in just a second. It's kind of funny. I was going through some of the episodes yesterday. A friend was looking for some information about something that we had talked about, and so I was just flipping through the episodes, and every one of them absolutely remember every stinking one of them that we did, and it seems like we just did them.
Right.
I know. It really does. Completely different than what it used to feel like. It used to feel like, what did we talk about Monday?
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's really weird.
It's because we do them for like a half hour. And
because we name it?
Maybe that's
part of it.
Yeah, I mean, you remember all your pets because you name them.
That's another story. That's another story we're going to get into in just a minute.
Naming all your pets?
Well, kind of. But our friend Shannon has to do with that.
Okay.
But anyway, what it was I got into a little bit of a conversation with three people, and it was hilarious talking about what they called their house pants or their home pants. I call them my door pants. Comfies. But their deal is that when they come home, no matter what, and it's the whole family, it's not just one person. The kids, everybody's the same way.
Start the kids off young.
After work, school, shopping, errands, it doesn't matter. The minute they step in the door, especially in the summer, and even if they're wearing shorts, they said that they've been doing this for years. Pretty much 90 to 95% of the time, we're after pants at home.
Oh, for just after the day or after you're done?
It's your after pants.
Your after pants.
So you are after pants when you kick your pants off.
Okay, I like that.
I'm now after pants. So they wear them outside, don't worry. Or if somebody comes to the door, like I said, that's why I had the door pants. That's the only reason I have them, because I'll go out in my backyard. I don't care, because nobody can see in my backyard except if Able One drives over or Google flies over, I should say. But anyway, some other people got into it too, and it was just kind of funny. Basketball and boxer shorts at home. That makes total sense.
Sure.
The more you think about it, I have a feeling most people do this very same thing.
Workout basketball shorts for sure.
Right?
Yeah, or pajama pants in the winter, or like workout, like whatever pants.
Because when you go to work, and a lot of people have to dress for work. So when they come home, the first thing they want to do is get out of their dress clothes, get out of their work clothes.
And you can tell who those people are if you're out, if it's 5 or after, someone goes up to Hy-Vee or whatever, and they're wearing shorts, and you can see the dress sock ring halfway up their calf. Like, oh, he's in his after pants. Yeah, I've noticed. I've noticed that at the gas station, a lot of people out mowing. Guys got like a collared shirt, shorts, and dress pants ring or dress sock ring halfway up his calf.
Halfway up his. Oh my God! I never noticed that.
Yeah,
now I'm gonna
now
have
you'll
to
look.
I gotta look.
You see that more, and ladies too. They'll walk out. They'll be, and you see their whatever.
Kind of there. It's a whole different 5 o'clock shadow.
It is. It is.
But one of the people said that they call it poo bearing.
What's that? Poo bearing?
Because Pooh only wears a shirt.
Oh, right.
Right?
Poo bearing.
But most, even think about that, most cartoons do. They wear shirts. They don't ever have pants on.
Now they do. Now more of them. Yeah. But back
was there
then,
a movement?
Well, no, but they're just more humans now because those were the animals. Like animals don't necessarily wear pants. They don't wear a shirt either. I mean,
I guess wearing the shirt is probably funnier than wearing the pants. Anyway, yeah. But it was kind of funny as one person, this was another response was, I don't see how you guys can't think this is weird. Do you not own televisions? Did the Cleavers, the Cosbys, any other family TV show? Nobody ever was in afterpants on or was in any kind of undress when they were on their shows. Even the middle, right, of all shows, that would be the one
hardly any. No shows.
But they don't, because TV usually is a complete reflection of what goes on in regular life.
Right.
So they're missing the boat.
Well, then there needs to be some sort of show where they're just in afterpants.
Oh my God.
That's true, though.
That's another network.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
That's a website. That's not even a network. It's called Afterpants.
But yeah, the bottom line is came to is that it's totally normal. Probably most people do it. And there's probably even, depending on how old your kids are, a good 10, 15 minutes on either side of a bath or shower where there's no pants.
Oh, yeah. And usually straddling a box fan somewhere. Or is that just me?
Is that year round?
That's fail.
Not an oscillating one, huh?
No.
Nope.
Try keeping up with that thing. And those knobs on top of those oscillating fans, they need to make them better because just turning them, you adjust the angle and then it's click, 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 click. Whatever.
Yeah.
You just kneel or downward dog in front of a box fan. It gets the job done.
I haven't had a box fan in my house forever.
I don't even know.
I have a couple, 3 ceiling fans.
I mean, you could try that. You got to crank it up high and.
I don't think it's the same. All right. Then we talked about Shannon yesterday or in the previous episode, and then we didn't get into. We kind of glossed over her and decided to hold her off just a day. Our friend Shannon, she's been with us for a long time. She's hilarious. We've never seen her in person, have we?
Nope.
She's friends with Heidi, so we know she's real. She's not a bot.
Yeah.
She converses with us. DMs us.
Yeah, she's a funny person.
Sends us drawings. She's
the stick figure theater that we used to have. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, got into a conversation. Remember earlier we talked about bed in a box?
Oh yeah. The Casper mattresses that I
couldn't remember the name of it. There's another one too. It's not just Casper.
Casper,
Is it Emily?
Maybe.
I said Karen. I said it wasn't Karen, but she wrote in because she has a bed in a box, and she says it's not a Karen, but she loves it. But she did say this. She says, I think though the next plant I get, I'm going to name Karen. I've already got one named Kathy, and we'll consider Brenda. Maybe for the first cactus I get. I'm eyeing a prickly pear cactus on bloomscape.com, so we'll see. So she goes on to say her current plant family. I've never named my plants. Okay. I have put a shirt on my dog once or twice. I have never named my plants. I don't know which. I think those are equal almost though. Current plant family. Gary, Roger, Beverly, Evelyn, Kevin, Janet, Kathy, Betty, Janie, Joni, Mildred, Myrtle, Walter, and Peter. I'll keep you updated on who arrives next. Karen, Brenda, or Rhonda. FYI, none of them are named after people I know, although I do know people with some of those names. I just wanted to be clear about that. She said she started out wanting a 70s guy-sounding name, so Gary was the first.
That's a good one. Good solid plant name.
40s and 50s girls' names. Ended up just scanning Social Security name registry lists and picking favorites. With the exception of Janet, who is actually Janet Craig Drakiana. I don't know how to say that. She named herself, not named after any Janets that I know. Don't want to give him too big of a head. And then there's Peter, who sits by the CD collection. He was named and was named Paul, after Paul McCartney until Peter Tork died. And then she renamed him because he was her favorite monkey.
Oh my gosh. Shannon, I'm going to send you a link. You need to go talk to somebody.
She sent a picture also. And it literally is kind of a diagram of her plants and where they are in the house and which one's named what. It looks
like this. I saw that, and we have to wait for permission to post this thing. But it looks like the scrawlings of a mad woman. Like it's crazy, like a manifesto of some kind.
It's all these names by little boxes because that's where the plants are located by different windows. So she's got them all strategically placed. And she said we can't show the picture. She'll do a better one later, and then she will release it herself. But I just wanted you to see this because I ain't messing around.
She's not.
So Brenda and Rhonda now have just been added to the potential list. Turns out Karen was already on her list. And then she said, this conversation's really made me want to buy that cactus now. But it's bigger than I thought, and I just measured it, and I'm not sure if it's going to fit where I wanted to put it. I better put my laptop away. I got to think this through. I don't have enough windows to support my growing plant habit. Have a good night. About 20 minutes later, she writes back, I ordered the cactus.
Oh, man.
And I said, is it Brenda? And she says, Brenda or Karen. I got to wait till I see what she looks like when she arrives. Rhonda is not a cactus name. I'll save her for later.
None of those are cactus names.
What do you think should be the cactus name?
It's got to be kind of like, I think like a Connie's a cactus name. Connie cactus. Because it's kind of got to, you got to have that flow a little bit with these names. Like you just can't throw a Rhonda and a Karen on any plant. I get it. You got to wait till it comes to understand the plant vibe, but it's got to kind of, Rhonda Rose plant or
naming kids. When you're naming your children, did you have names already picked out and then changed your mind once you saw your baby?
No.
Because I think for some people, they're like, we got to wait and see what the baby looks like to decide what the name's going to be. Or they have a list of names to choose from. You were already set on.
You're set, yeah. And I don't think she must not be following that because she changed the stupid monkey's name, whatever, when somebody died. So she doesn't, she's whatever.
It was Paul McCartney, which changed to Peter
Peter.
Tork. Paul to Peter, yeah.
That's a lot of plants to take care of. I honestly have a plant behind me in our studio. This is something. It's like one of those palm tree kind of looking things that Beth's mom had. bought it from her, and I keep forgetting that it's in the studio. And
it's right behind. It's literally tickling the back of your head.
I've actually gone like this, like blowing a fly off my head a couple times, and it's the leaves. It's right there. And I just asked her a couple days ago, how often do I water this thing? She goes, the dirt needs to stay moist. And that was on a Friday, and I wasn't going to be back up here until Monday. I thought, well, our TBT to being alive to that plant.
It looks good.
Yeah, it does look good. I actually added some water. I added two big, huge cups of water. And gone. It's already dirt's already dry.
Right.
Yeah, I think I might need to add a little bit more. But
I
can't. But okay, funny. A yard is an extension of a house plant in my mind, right?
Okay.
Gardens, all that stuff. Just a couple days ago, Beth and I were talking about how I love mowing, but for the life of me, and if you give me a detailed instructions on what to do with chemicals, fertilize, all that stuff for a yard, it always looks like garbage. Always does. I don't know is it just because it looks better when someone else does it in general? It always looks terrible.
I think there's something to be said for a green thumb. And I think there is some kind of fairy dust that goes along with it. I really do, because I can't do it. And then I have people that do it.
And they are great. That's why they get paid.
The yard looks amazing. It looks amazing and uniform, right?
And that's what I want.
I planted hostas. My mom had a huge hosta, and she gave me she split them. So I had a whole bunch of them. So I'm planting hostas under this tree. And hostas.
Right.
It's like planting weeds, right?
It's like planting dandelions.
Dead the next year.
Like how they're...
Dead. 9 of them. Dead. All of them. And then I'm in the backyard, and I see these like little leaves, these little, the helicopter leaves that fly around. And one was in the crack of my sidewalk, literally had sprouted and was growing.
That's a bunch of BS.
Completely unprotected, straight sun all day long, no water. It's just sitting there and it's growing.
I don't get it.
I plant that thing, it dies.
Right.
Where it's at right there, it's living.
I don't understand. I don't. You're right. There is a little something to it having a green thumb.
There's something more to it than what we know about.
Yeah.
And apparently we're not privy. We aren't in that club.
Don't
fight it.
And we're just not interested in it, because
I wouldn't kill stuff. So just stop it.
Right. That's why I will never break ground with a spade for a garden. Ever. When peppers are 9 cents for 4, I will never plant anything in my yard.
Not going to do it. Nope, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. So, okay. All right, well, good enough then. So we covered a lot of territory there.
We did. No, we covered a lot.
Just saying. But thank you. And
I appreciate when somebody brings in vegetables from the garden. I mean, I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
They're great. They taste fantastic.
That, and we've got our buddies that bring us fresh farm eggs.
I love all that stuff.
I'm all for that.
I'll never have it again if I have to do it myself. Ever. But I do appreciate that.
And I did want to say, too, one other thing before we go is that the pictures you posted the other day of you getting your consultation at Kugler Vision, those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I see now we've got a few more people that have also signed up and they're going to go in for their consultation. The consultation is free. I mean, guys, you can't beat that. Just to find out where you are with your eyes and you're dealing with somebody of that caliber, all the people that are in at Kugler Vision, that caliber level of people that are experts in their field, just to find out where you are with your vision and also the health of your eyes. They go through a lot of different how many tests do you think you went through?
Probably 10.
I think they're
8 or 10. I mean, the consultation aside, when you walk in, you get it's like you walk into a little resort, you know?
It's
and
true.
You get refreshments. There's a little menu. So you can pick cookies. There's a delicious beverages, and they're legit and it's good.
It is. Their customer care is like top notch, without a doubt. So if you're thinking about getting out of your glasses or you wonder if you can get out of your contacts, if for no other reason, just it's a free consultation and possibly, you go in there with the right mindset and you're thinking this could be you. Fingers crossed they say, yep, you know what, you'd be a good candidate. You can get same day LASIK.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Which that procedure I'm all 100% behind.
So when you go in and ask where you heard this, under the other box, type in, just put Pat and JT podcast or Pat and JT or whatever.
KuglerVision.com. Click on consultation.
All right, so it's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Voicemail is 402-403-9478. If you name your plants, if you name we name our houses and like we don't name cars, but like when I had a rental house.
You named your houses?
It had blue shingles, so we named it Bluey. And right, so Beth and I do name some things, not plants because we don't have any. But I have to think about that, like other things that you name, like vehicles. I
know a lot of people name their cars.
Yeah.
People name their boats.
Yeah. So, slide into our DMs. Let us know what you name. It's Pat and JT, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.